Hey, this is Charlie, one of the Plothound and Canopy developers. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can use Plothound to go out and collect your field information. We're going to be demoing the newest version of Plothound we're getting ready to release to the public. The major improvements to this version compared to our previous versions is the ability to customize our data field inputs. So we'll take a look at at least two different cruises on this video that kind of shows how the fields can vary from cruise to cruise. So I'll go ahead and log in. So this uses the same credentials as we used to log into Canopy. So this is our dashboard page. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Here you can download and upload cruises. So you download the cruise data, then you upload your completed plots back to Canopy. So go ahead and click on Download Cruise. So this download page shows all the active cruises you have on your account. So in the previous video I set up 3 different cruises. This test upload was a cruise we set up by uploading a shapefile. The test cruise was one that we set up by manually creating a cruise in Canopy, and then this check cruise was a check cruise that we had set up for a completed cruise that we had already done. So I'll just grab this test cruise 1 and then this test upload, and then we'll go back. Oh, and I guess should also mention here that if you wanted to remove a cruise from your device, you can just click on it again, and you can so clicking on it again removes it. Okay, so now I have 2 cruises and 41 plots downloaded to my device. So I'll go ahead and click on View Cruise List. So this on this cruise list page, it shows all the active cruises you have, and it shows the location of those on a map. And if we go back to our settings, we can actually change the map type. So if you'd rather use a topo map, you can pick topo, or if you want to turn your map features off, you can click none. So we'll actually just grab topo for right now. I'll go back. Okay, now we click on View Cruise List. Yeah, topos. Yep, there it is. And we'll go ahead and grab this test upload 1 cruise. So this brings up the plot list page. So on the left-hand side of the screen here, shows all the plots that you have and whether or not they're pending or they're completed. And it'll tell you how many trees you have measured. So you can either click over here to select a plot, or you can actually click on the map too. So we'll actually click on plot 1 on the map. So that brings up the plot navigation page. You can see that this plot 1 is highlighted to let you know what plot you're going to. It gives you your distance to that plot and then bearing you need to take to get to it. It'll give you your error associated with your GPS reading. This is your horizontal error, and then direction that you're currently walking. And once you get to the plot center, you can update your GPS location by clicking Save GPS. And you notice that plot 1 disappeared, so I'm not close to that plot or cruise. So if I zoom out, I'm over in Durham right now, and you can see that plot 1 moved to Durham. But yeah, so once you're happy with your plot position, you can click on Edit Plot. This brings up the plot tally interface. So at the plot level, I'm collecting sampling information, notes, and then tree information. And also worth pointing out that if you wanted to change the sampling type for any given plot, Plothound allows you to do that. So if you got to a plot where you didn't think a 10th acre was the best choice, you could change that. So if I wanted to make this a 20th acre plot, I could do that. I will put in some test notes, and then we'll go ahead and add a tree. So for this particular cruise, I'm collecting species, diameter, total height, merch height, product information, age, crown ratio, notes, count, and flag. So I'll go ahead and enter a tree here. So black oak. And if for some reason your value that you want to pick was not in that pull-down menu, you could enter a custom value here. same thing for any of these fields. You can put a custom value in that search box. Count is an optional field. If you don't put a count, it defaults to 1, but if you were to enter a count of, say, 3, it would replicate that tree 3 times when it's uploaded back to Canopy. And if you watched the previous video where we set these merge specs up, you remember that for this pine sawtimber product group, I only made pine species applicable for it. So if I try to complete this plot using a black oak species, it should throw a validation error. It would not let me do that. So we have some built-in validation rules in place. We also have the ability to do custom validation. So if you had a rule in there that said that a tree that's less than 100 feet couldn't have a merge height greater than 30 feet or less than 30 feet. So we can customize the validation rules that we put in place. So we'll go ahead and change that. And we'll complete that plot. And you notice that the status went from pending to completed and says that we have 1 tree measured. And we'll go back and we'll grab this test cruise 1 cruise. This has a different cruise protocol to it, so we're collecting different fields and kind of giving an idea of how that looks. So on this particular cruise at the plot level, we're collecting a thin condition, a thin operability, clear-cut operability, sensitive area, and a plot location. These are all, again, just pull-down options. And for this particular cruise, we had set the protocol up where each of these fields has a default value. So we could simply click this Add Default Plot Values, and it would fill all this information in for us using the default values. Similarly, we had default values for our trees. So as soon as we add a tree, it fills in our fields with default values. So here we're collecting a species, diameter, TQI, THI, which is TQI's quality index, THI's health index, collecting a total height, stopper heights, and age, stem damage, and notes. You'll notice that these species are actually using species codes. So with the new version of PlotHound, we can customize your species list to include either scientific names, species codes, essentially whatever you want to put in this list. We can work with that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and complete this plot. Whoop, that's going to be a required field, so we'll go ahead and put a value in there and complete it. Okay, so once you're finished cruising for the day, or at any point during the day when you have cell coverage, you can upload your data back to Canopy. So we'll go ahead and upload those 2 plots. And then if we were to go back onto our Canopy page, go ahead and refresh this. We'll look at this test cruise 1. We'll notice that we're 5% completed. We have 1 completed plot. It was collected September 18th, which is today. Then we look at our details, and these are the values that we collected in the field. Yep, so PlotHound just makes it easy to sync data back and forth to Canopy, and it ensures that you get clean data coming back. And it's pretty simple to use in the field, pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, so that's just an overview of PlotHound. If you have any questions, feel free to email us, and we're happy to help out.